children do you want to stay home with them or send them to daycare? There are so many important things to consider when deciding to take your child to daycare or to stay at home with them. While there are benefits to both, the benefits of daycare far outweigh the benefits of staying at home with the kids. When I talk about daycares, I'm talking about accredited child cares. One example is the YMCA Learning Center. One of the benefits of staying at home is that it can provide love and affection for both the mother and the child, but the benefit of children being able to have more relationships with peers at daycare is more important. I'm a credible speaker on the topic of childcare because I have worked at one and I have done research on the important decisions. When deciding whether you are going to stay at home with your kids or send them to daycare, you're going to have to consider the cost, socialization, and how the children statistically do when they go to daycare or when they go to kindergarten. So some people who oppose sending their children to daycare say that it is too expensive. They are right that good childcare is expensive, but in a sense, you get what you pay for. According to Batron, in 2012, the average cost of daycare in North Dakota was $7,501 for kindergarten age. North Dakota has one of the lower rates compared to New York, which is $12,355. So when people see how much daycare really is, they kind of freak out. So next, parents with lower paying jobs, like say working at McDonald's, may think it's like not worth their money to send them to daycare when they can not work instead. So if she puts them in daycare, she would have to now pay daycare on top of like the rent, and she wouldn't have enough money afterwards to make a living with it. To challenge this view of daycare being expensive, I'm going to show you how it can be more affordable. Affordable daycare is not hard to find when you are looking at the right places. Everyone knows that daycare is very expensive, especially accredited daycares that provide education-implemented curriculums. To help pay for daycare, governments have set up assistant programs to help you pay for the daycare costs. According to NorthDakota.gov, the North Dakota Child Care Assistant Program helps income-eligible families pay for child care while they work or attend training or school. There is a maximum amount of money that you can make in order to be eligible, and it depends on how many people are in your family. This can help immensely for families in need of more money to support the family. With the support of the government, it is worth it for some parents to go to work, but they would not have to worry about the big child care bills, and they could put their money that they work for to better use. This just shows that with the help of daycare assistant program, it would be worth it for parents to work and their child to go to a great daycare. The socialization of children is very important, and it must be completed. Many of those who oppose daycare would say that their parents are able to socialize their children just as well as daycares. They would say that children get enough socializations from playdates and public outings. They think that they are able to teach their children everything there is to know about life. Some stay-at-home parents are able to teach their children what they want them to know and hide what they don't want them to know from them. To challenge this point, I'm going to describe how socialization is different when they go to daycare. Socializations of children in a daycare setting is a great experience for children. Children need to be social in order to gain skills taught by other children and caregivers. They learn the norm of society this way, like teaching right from wrong in a positive setting. The playdates that the stay-at-home moms bring their children to are not enough socialization. They may get to see some bits and pieces of right and wrong, but not the big picture. When children are in daycare, they see a lot of people and a lot of different things. They see people who are different from them, different cultures, and different types of backgrounds that they have. It is a very educational place to be. According to Honey Tree Early Learning Centers, children attending daycare get extra socialization skills that stay-at-home parents cannot provide. Children in appropriate social behavior and development that includes sharing, playing well with others, and learning social development. This type of learning is very important to the socialization of children. This is a very big positive of sending your kids to daycare instead of staying at home with them. Along with socialization of kids in daycare, they also do better when going to school. Stay-at-home parents claim they can do it all. They say that they can teach their children to do well in school. They can give them a schedule of when to wake up, when to play, and when to be quiet. Some may be able to do more than others. If a parent is uneducated and does not have a sense of responsibility, children will not be prepared for school. According to Michael Chandler, kindergartners whose parents had not completed high school had the lowest scores on reading tests. This shows that education of the parents is very important in deciding how your children will do in school. Because not all stay-at-home parents are capable of getting their children on the right track for kindergarten, daycare is the best option. Kids who do go to daycare, they have more activities than stay-at-home parents. While I was working at the YMCA, we gave kids so many opportunities for learning every day. For example, we would have circle time daily where we talked about what was going on that day and studied the weather. At this time, we would have discussions and they would learn when it was their time to talk. Parents don't have the luxury of teaching children these skills. The curriculum at the YMCA has a great tool for helping children learn about all subjects. According to the YMCA's website, our curriculum incorporates math, science, dramatic play, music, art, and computers to provide opportunities for children and independent learning experiences. When I have children, I will definitely be sending my kids to the YMCA, where they learn so much on a daily basis. All head and assistant teachers that work for the YMCA have some sort of education that has to do with children. So parents do not have to worry about people not being educated. All in all, when deciding whether to send your child to daycare or to be a stay-at-home parent, daycare is the best option. While daycare can be costly, there are amazing grants and government assistance programs that can help you pay for daycare. The socialization that children receive from going to daycare is tremendous. Finally, the data shows that kids who go to daycare do better in school than those who stay at home with their parents. So when you are faced with the decision of sending your child to daycare or staying at home with them, remember the facts and think about how you want your children to do in their future. Choose daycare.